It's a big day.
Moving day.
It's moving day.
Feels like a big day. A little bit. I was just thinking about it. I'm currently in an Uber. I'll update you when we get to where we're going, but I feel like by the title and the thumbnail you've maybe potentially gathered what's occurring. But yeah, it's Saturday morning. It is, what time is it? 10 to 11. You excited?
I'm very excited. What are you doing?
Let's go, let's go.
Hello guys. Am I in focus? What an exciting video to welcome you back to my channel, to welcome you back to Australia. I can't believe this is real. I am back in Melbourne. It is a pretty exciting month. You've probably gathered by the title. I've titled it like new house, new job, new pet. So much is happening today, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I already filmed this intro. You can probably tell it's later in the day now. I watched it and I was like, that cannot be the intro. This is such an exciting vlog, such an exciting day, and I looked like I had been dragged through a literal bush. So I was like, right, we're doing that again, we're starting that again, because I just feel like I didn't explain it properly either. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my new Melbourne crib. I am so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be settled in a bit more of a routine and like a structure as well, but I'm gonna explain to you kind of what has been going on. Basically, this is our kind of last stint in Australia now. Like, we are not coming up to a year, but like kind of the end of our year visa is in sight, and when we were chatting about where we wanted to spend our last like 2 or 3 months, Melbourne just kept coming back up. It's the easiest option for both of us because if you don't already know, my boyfriend and I spent about 4 months, kind of nearly 5 months actually, right at the beginning of the year, like January through to the beginning of May, living here in Melbourne. So we already have connections in the city, we have friends, we both previously worked here, and there was just a bit more security. Like, coming back to Melbourne, it felt easier. Although I love traveling and never knowing what I'm doing from one day to the next, like I kind of thrive in that environment. We have been doing that pretty much continuously since May, with a little brief gap in Brisbane, which was lovely, but we didn't know Brisbane as well, so we still were like getting to know that city. So we just feel like we've been constantly moving, constantly on the go, and I think that I was starting to feel a little bit burnt out. To be honest, it was just the easiest place to come back to in terms of like places to work from. We both already had like jobs here, we knew people that could like help us get jobs here. It felt more familiar, and that felt quite nice because we didn't then have to like, you know, get to grips with the place, learn the city, learn the trams, learn which cafes we like and which restaurants we liked. We could just kind of slot straight back into our old lives. That felt easier. All of that being said, Melbourne is such an expensive city to live in. It is such an expensive place to just be. I think I've compared it in videos before to London. It's like being in London. It's very expensive. So Tom and I were kind of thinking, how can we do it cheaper than last time? Like, we definitely went above our budget to live in the CBD itself, and we loved that because it gave us so much flexibility. I love the city centre. I think it's an incredible city, but this time we were like, how else can we do it? And that's when we decided we were gonna look into house sitting, which is exactly what we're doing, guys. We, I think, got quite lucky first time round, but we'd kind of been putting the feelers out. I'd applied to a few websites, just been testing the waters really to do a house sit, which basically is where you live in somebody else's house and look after it while they're away. Now, a lot of the focus for these is actually more pet sitting, people that want to like go on holiday and leave their pet and have somebody come and look after their animals, which I actually think is a great idea. It means that you're not taking the pet out of its own environment. Anyway, so I found this really lovely lady online and sent her a message. I sent quite a lot of messages to a lot of different people, and this lady came back to me and she was like, yep, you and your partner seem like a perfect fit. I've just got this one cat, do you think you'd be able to look after it? And Tom and I were like, yes, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. It was exactly what we needed. It's like a little bit out of the city, but not too far. It's still like a commutable distance, and it was just perfect. But the risk was I didn't have any time to meet this lady. My August was so hectic that I wasn't gonna be in Melbourne until we needed to move in. So I was like, oh, fully trusting Tom on this one to go and check this place out while I was in the Maldives. And of course I trust Tom, so it was fine. But he came to meet with the lady and to like, you know, meet the cat, check the house out, check everything was like gonna be kind of what we thought it would and as we wanted it to be. Anyway, everything turned out to be perfect. The lady was not a psychopath. obviously she wasn't, but you know what I mean, like we'd been chatting online, I'd not met her face to face. There were obviously worries in the back of my mind. I was thinking, I'm gonna be living in this lady's house, like it is a bit bizarre. I would like to meet her, but sadly I haven't had the chance to, so I was like, Tom, I'm trusting your judgment here. And now we are living here for a month. So this lady's gone traveling for a month, and our job is to look after her house and her cat in exchange for staying here, which is just incredible, really. It does mean that we have a little pet, and I'm so excited about that too. I'm sure you're gonna see him loads in the vlog. He is a ginger cat called Riley. I think we should go and meet him. I think that's where the vlog picks back up, because I just wanted to re-intro this because I was kind of just excited and overwhelmed and everything was happening all at the same time. It was like new house, new job, all in the same afternoon. So we're gonna flash back to the morning, but yeah, I'm so excited. The lady seems super lovely. She left us a little letter and a bottle of Prosecco and some chocolates, and like just made us feel really at home really quickly. So I think it's gonna be a good month here. I think it's gonna be cool. If you do have any questions, I think I'm gonna do a little Q&A, like just a catch up about like living in Australia, the working holiday visa, like just a life Q&A and catch up. So if you have any more questions about like house sitting and this kind of thing, because to be honest, I actually hadn't even looked into it at all before coming to Australia, yeah, let me know in the comments and I will answer some of them, because I think I'm gonna film a Q&A. So right now, should we go and meet the cat? I think that we should. Riley, do you want to be in this video clip? I got him here. He's not feeling too friendly right now. Only thing I will say is everything I own is covered in ginger cat fur. Literally everything. From my head to my toe, I am a ginger cat basically at this point. So he's chilling in the sunshine. This is another great thing, guys. This house has a garden, which is just lovely because we've been living in high-rise flats when we've been in Melbourne before. But this is Riley. Say hello. You're probably going to see him in the vlogs over the next month. Now, I've previously never really been a cat person, but recently I've been a little bit convinced. I'm not sure he really likes me, but he's not acting it now, but he is actually really friendly. He came and sat on my knee straight away, which for cats I think is quite unusual. If any of you have like grown up with cats or are like really big into cats, do leave your tips and tricks as to how to befriend them down below, because like I say, I've never actually had a cat before, but he seems pretty low maintenance, pretty relaxed, and I just love animals, so it's really nice to have a pet again, or like sort of have a pet again, because obviously my dog is back in the UK and I've not seen her for like coming up to a year now. So even though this is definitely not the same as having a dog, it is nice to just be in the presence of a pet. Look at him. Yeah, it's super sunny today. It's actually really nice weather in Melbourne, which I'm shocked by. Like, it's still kind of chilly. It's only like 12 degrees, but it's not rainy. It's not really even that cold. Like in the sunlight, you can feel that spring is in the air, which is lovely. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at. I'm just finding all of the good leveled shelves to be able to film on. This one is perfect height, but I just feel really happy. I think I will go a little bit more into depth in a Q&A. I'm going to do a Q&A like updating on everything in a bit more depth, the housing situation, the job situation, our plan for the next couple of months, but I think I will do a Q&A, otherwise this video will turn into that. Right now though, we're gonna go out and head to find a little cafe and a little lunch spot, I think. I don't really know where we are. We're quite far out of the city itself. Are we near the airport? Well, there's so many flying planes. I was like, my God, what's going on? But yeah, we're not too far from the airport. But yeah, this is the furthest out of the city we've been. Previously, Tom and I have lived in the CBD both times. So like when we were staying in Melbourne itself, we were always just right in the center, like pretty much where like Flinders Street and like Southern Cross Station is, like if you've ever been to the city, right in the city. Now we're out in its like suburbs. We've visited a few of these before. We've done a couple of like trips out to the suburbs, or like there's really nice cafes in some of the suburbs, but we didn't ever live this far out before. So that's also going to be quite new. So I think we're going to go and explore the area before we both actually head to work later. But I'll update you on that as the day goes on. I'm a bit overwhelmed with how much is happening today, but all good things. So I'm still looking a bit rough. We are just kind of scoping out the area. Like I said, we were gonna go find somewhere to get some food. You've been before, haven't you? But did you go to the high street or not?
I didn't specifically go to it. The tram stop is up here.
Nice.
So I've seen like effectively part of the high street. Yeah. Which has got like a little restaurant and a couple of little shops. So I think it's got a little cafe as well. So we're just gonna go and maybe go to the cafe. No. Yeah, no, I like the sound of a cafe. I kind of want to find like the locals, you know, like if there's a pub, if there's a restaurant. Oh, I don't really know. I mean, I might be wrong because she hasn't mentioned it, but I thought I saw an Italian restaurant on the corner up here.
Yeah, no, I think that there was. I saw that on maps.
I mean, it looked nice, but I thought she might have recommended it. But she recommended like a Chinese place.
Yeah, just Asian food, I think she said.
So we'll give that a try. Yeah. At some point.
No, she actually left the most lovely list, guys, of like recommendations, things to do, where everything is in the house. Like she did it just really funnily as well. Like she alphabetized it.
Yeah, it was like an A to Z list.
A to Z of everything you need to know, and it was, yeah, she just seems so lovely. But like I say, I've actually not ever met her.
You might meet her.
Yeah, I might meet her at the end. Going for a little walk, seeing the sights. It's quite nice to be in a suburb actually, because although I love the city, this is a lot more calm than the hustle and bustle of like Melbourne CBD. Got myself a little bagel and coffee for lunch. Found a shop on the corner that was selling bagels and I thought, yeah, I'm gonna have one of those, see if I like it, and then if I do, I found a place that sells bagels. Also, the little dude's just chilling here. Hard life being a cat, isn't it? Oh, look who's made himself right at home as Tom sat working.
I think getting work done would be difficult.
I think it could be too. Okay, I don't know how this angle is gonna be to chat, but I thought whilst I got ready, I would just give you a little update as to like what on earth is going on, other than me needing a haircut. So we're not going to look at my hair. I'm actually going to get a haircut this week. It's on my list. I've booked in. Also not going to talk about my super bloodshot and kind of puffy eye. I'm not sure what's going on. Ever since I got off of the plane, my eye has just been like really dry, really sore. I really think I might need eye drop. I haven't got around to sorting that out yet. I kind of keep thinking maybe it'll just go away, but it's not really going away. Also, this CC cream is way too pale for me right now. Yeah, basically I'm getting ready to go and work a shift at a bar. I knew that when I got back to Melbourne, because we're going to be based here for like 2 months kind of, I really wanted to work in some proximity for 2 reasons. One, we've moved even further out of the city. My job's kind of lonely. I explained this like the first time I got a job in Melbourne. Like, obviously don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna lie, extra money is always amazing, but I'm very lucky in that I already have a job, like I earn a living from this, and that's amazing, but it is quite lonely. I don't work with anybody. I don't even have to leave. Like, I could do everything from my bed if I wanted to, other than actually make the content, but I've got so much content from August to be working on that this month, if I really wanted to, I actually could do everything from my bed. So I kind of had it in my head, like I want to go back to work. My old job that I had, I really enjoyed, and there was definitely an option for me to go back to that, but I started very early and it's right in the middle of the CBD, so I would have to be leaving at like 5:30, probably 6 o'clock every morning, and I was just like, that's a big commitment. A big commitment when this is just like a casual job. I know I'm super fortunate to be in that position where I can make that decision, but anyway, that's kind of where I was at. And then Tom basically has this job working with his old manager still from where he used to work. So obviously we both had separate jobs last time we were in Melbourne, and his manager is now working at a different bar, like a different restaurant, and he said that Tom could go and work there with him. I was like, cool, that's really great. Didn't think too much of it. And then whilst I was in the Maldives last week, I kind of was like, oh, if there's any like vacancies or if they need any extra staff, just even to cover occasionally, like let them know that I can waitress, haha. I already have an RSA, so like I'm licensed to serve alcohol in Victoria. Like all of my paperwork is like valid for this state, so it also makes it easier. What colour is this bronzer? Because I'm not sure it matches my face. And anyway, they were basically like, oh, we're gonna need some extra help, probably mainly on the weekends, but also just like whenever it's busy. Today is my first shift doing that. It's basically just a bar. I'm gonna be like running food and drinks, maybe pouring drinks. I've never poured a pint. This is my new fear. I've only ever worked in cafes. I've actually never worked anywhere where you like serve drinks or make drinks or serve cocktails or make beers. Serve beers, like pour pints. So that's my lesson for today. I'm gonna be taught how to pour a pint. I've never even drank a pint. I don't even know how you do any of that. Also, I probably shouldn't be putting makeup on this eye because it's so sore, but also I'm kind of like, I look a bit dead. Like I look tanned, definitely look tanned, but like I'm very tired. I want to make a good first impression, you know. I've met Tom's manager before when they worked together at the old place, so that's also kind of nice. But the other people I'm going to be working with I've obviously never met before. But yeah, I feel super lucky. This is definitely one of those jobs that I've just got because I know the right person and Tom already works there. Tom is actually going to be working with me today, but I think for the most part we're probably going to have separate shifts because there needs to be somebody here with the cat. I mean, obviously not all of the time, but like if we were both out all day, that wouldn't be ideal. Tonight's shift is only actually 4 hours, so it's really perfect, and I think most of the shifts I'm going to be doing are going to be shorter because they're just like extra pairs of hands for when they're at their busiest points, hence Saturday night, busiest time. So I'm quite excited because if you guys didn't know, the pay rate for hospitality on weekends in Australia is insane. Like I'm getting paid pretty much £20 an hour, which is crazy. Like in the UK you just wouldn't get paid that for hospitality work. And I think tomorrow, I mean I'm not working Sundays, but the Sunday rate is something ridiculous. I think it's $40 an hour. It's like £23 an hour. It's ridiculous. So that's kind of where we're at. So I think that we are ready. I've done my hair. You can't even see it. Can you see that? It's like a braid into a bun. I actually didn't think I was going to be starting this job today. Tom messaged me when I like was talking to him about it when I was in the Maldives, saying that my first shift would likely be next weekend, so I'd have like the whole week. And then on Thursday he was like, oh actually can you do Saturday? And I was like, well yeah sure, like why not? I actually don't have anything on. But it has meant that this morning I've been like go getting the vlog done, because I always leave everything to last minute. Whenever you watch a vlog, I have just finished uploading it like 20 minutes before. Like I am never early. I every week think I'm gonna be early, I'm gonna be on time, I'm gonna be ahead of the schedule. Never am. Literally never am. Last minute always. So I've been doing the vlog all morning, but it's ready to go. Because of that, I've been quite busy. We are gonna head to work now. I've never worked with Tom in an environment like this either. That might be kind of strange.
Goodbye, little dude. We'll be back in 4 hours time. Real soon. He's like, cool, I don't care. Let me have my nap. Let me have my nap.
We are on the way. And do you want to know the best part about this house sit, guys? She's left us her car. She has left the car, and I am so bloody grateful. She basically explained it all to us. She's left fuel in it. Tom and I have now got a car for a month, and that gives us so much freedom because we're both working fairly flexible days. Like we're having at least 2 or 3 days off a week, like where we'll be together probably. Left here means that on our days off, the bloody tram, Tom. Ah, this is why I'm not driving. I'm gonna go because I'm directing, but basically yeah, we have a car, and it means that for the month we're gonna be able to do more things on our days off, see more of Victoria, and also get to work easier because it means we don't have to get a tram, and it's so much quicker in the car. So that is a blessing that we didn't expect. We didn't know that until we'd already agreed the house set. I was really surprised when she messaged me and she was like, yeah, you can use the car, that's fine. I was like, I bloody love that. Okay, we have arrived. We have parked up. I'm a little bit nervous now, guys. I feel like, even though I don't think the job's gonna be hard per se, I don't know anybody, and I feel like whenever I go into a new environment, my energy really depends on the energy everybody else gives me, which I wish it didn't. But like, if everybody is chatty and confident and like, you know, kind, I will be chatty and confident as well. But if it's kind of like a bit of an awkward atmosphere, I don't know how it's gonna be. But I'm hoping because you're here, it's not gonna be awkward.
Everyone's nice. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Good group.
I'll update you once we get back, but it's gonna be dark then. First day on the job. Okay, well I was just gonna start the vlog and look at what has happened. Here we go. Brilliant. I just started the vlog and look at where he stood. This angle's just bloody awful, but it's the best we're getting. I thought I'd do a little update. The shift actually went really okay. Like it passed so quickly. It didn't end up being as busy as we had like thought it might have been. Basically the reason I ended up starting today and not next weekend was because they'd had loads of bookings, but then typically some people didn't show up. So I probably didn't even need to start today, but I'm actually glad that I had like a quieter first shift because it meant that I could like meet everybody and also just like, you know, learn the ropes, get to grips with where everything was, that kind of thing. I've never worked in a restaurant before. Like I've always only worked in cafes, but this is like a full-on restaurant and bar. So it was actually, yeah, it was fine. It was really nice. Everybody was lovely. Big demographic of people like mine and Tom's age, so that was really nice. Like I think we'll definitely make some friends. But now, yeah, I'm just in bed. Here's Tom.
Hello.
Do you want to show them your shirt? See if any of them get the reference.
If you get it, you get it.
If you
don't, then you should watch it. That's all I'm saying.
I've actually never seen it.
Yeah, you've seen a few episodes.
I've seen a few episodes.
And you liked it?
Yeah. It's from Ted Lasso, if you didn't catch the reference there. Speaking of recommendations, I was actually just watching The Lincoln Lawyer on Netflix. I started watching it on the plane, and the plane is the only time I'll give a series a chance. Like I'll give it past the first 10 minutes if I'm on a flight because I've got nothing else to do, and I'm really glad that I did because the first 10 minutes didn't hook me, but then the rest of the first episode really did, and now I'm really invested. I'm on like episode 7 of season 1. I'm so glad there's a season 2. So that is my Netflix recommendation. But yeah, the shift was good. The day has been productive. It's been busy. I feel like I've made my first feline friend. The lady whose house this is basically said, yeah, he sleeps in the bed. And I was like, okay. But if he gets a little bit annoying, we can, like, he has a bed in another room. To be honest, it's the same at my house at home. Like, the dog has a bed, but the dog sleeps in the bedroom with my parents. And like, what can you really do about that once it starts? Actually, you could just tell them no, but like...
We're assessing it for the first night.
But he's cute. Like, if he looks at me and goes, I want to sleep in the bed, I'm probably going to be like, all right, fine, you can sleep in the bed.
It's just like the hairs. I just don't want the hairs to get on everything. But
the hairs are already on everything, Tom.
I was just going to say, they're probably going to end up on everything anyway, aren't they? So
yeah, there's no denying everything's covered in ginger cat hair, but that's fine.
But yeah, I mean, if he's a bit invasive,
We'll see how it goes. I'll update you.
He's moving now. He might not.
He might sleep on the floor. I will update you guys in the morning on how it goes, but today was a success. I'll probably pick you up in the morning anyway and film tomorrow, but I thought I'd do a little like settling in, new house, new job vlog, and this is the end of that day. So I shall see you in the morning where I shall report back. Oh, he's getting in my suitcase now. Excuse me. Say goodnight to the vlog. Oh. Good morning. I am now fresh-faced and have washed my hair. I got woken up at 5 AM this morning with a cat on my face. I've never owned a cat before, so all of this is new to me, and I was like, oh hi, what is happening? Like, my dog would never do that. Like, my dog will come in my room, but like, yeah, I was like, this cat is literally here. So he's friendly, it seems. Anyway, Tom is at work all day today. I am not, so I am going to be heading to do some errands. Basically need to do a food shop, need to wash so much laundry, need to hang everything out, dry it. There's a list of housey activities that need doing today, so I'm going to start by heading to Aldi. And yes, I have a paper list. I don't want to hear any judgments. I find it way easier to walk around the shops with a list in my hand than looking at it on my phone. Call me old school. We're gonna go to Aldi. Okay, I'm in Aldi. I've got pretty much everything off the list, but I'm missing a couple of bits that they don't have here, so I'm gonna have to go to Coles anyway. Ow, I keep getting electric shocked off the trolley. It's not looking too bad. Like, it's quite a full trolley. I think it's actually gonna be really expensive, and I didn't even intend it to be, but I've got a lot of food, so it's fine. Okay, but can we talk about how good my lunch is looking so far? I'm doing a little avocado and feta salad with like lemon dressing. I'm really trying to just eat a little bit better. Like, now that I'm in one place, I have no excuse, because the last month I've just eaten terribly. I've either eaten loads of takeout and like food from just fast food places, or I've had like not the right amount of meals each day, or like snacks all day instead of meals at all. So this month I'm like, right, I'm currently following this TikTok recipe, but I just started filming now because look how perfect this avocado is. Are you literally kidding me? Ah, it looks so good. Usually I'm like, oh, it's too ripe, oh, it's not ripe enough. That is perfect. Okay, so here we have my lunch. I was so buzzing with this because I actually think it looks genuinely good, but the issue with food like this is it takes a bit of time to prepare, and that's just what I've lacked in the last month. I've been craving like a salady lunch like this. I've got spicy rice with lentils and cauliflower, feta cheese, avocado, which is like perfect, and then cucumber, onions and tomato with balsamic glaze, lemon and salt and pepper and basil, and then also these. I don't really know what these are. These are rice cakes. I think they're like chai flavored rice cakes. And then I've made a little jug of water because my aim is to drink all of this. I'm so dehydrated, and I know that I am, and I keep not doing anything about it. So yeah, I saw this jug in this lady's cupboard and I was like, yes, please. Alrighty, the hair is puffy. It's been a couple of hours. I have pretty much unpacked my stuff, which I haven't done in ages, guys. I've been living out of a bag since the beginning of May. This is the first time. Oh no, that's a lie actually. I keep forgetting we stayed in Brisbane for 3 weeks. I did sort of unpack in Brisbane, although not properly because there wasn't any space. Yeah, I have unpacked. I've got my second load of washing on. I think I'm only gonna do 2 today, and then I'll do 2 more tomorrow because I have to hang it outside to dry because there's no tumble dryer. But I did just see when I was unpacking my bag that something, I'm so annoyed about this, has leaked on my white skirt, my like new white Hollister skirt, and I love that skirt. And it's like black. The skirt is white. It's not black, it's like grey. It's like kind of as if the colour of the packing cube has run into the skirt. So if any of you have any tips on how to get stains out of white clothing specifically, please do hit me up with them. I'm gonna get Tom to pick up some stain remover on the way home because I've had a look, but I don't think this lady has any. But like, I really want to try and get that out. So if any of you have like tips and tricks or any old wives' tales, yeah, please do let me know. Pray for the skirt. Like here, do you see what I mean? I can't think of what else this would be other than like the dye from the packing cube, because I mean you can't really see it that well. It's awful. I don't know what to do about it because I don't know what it is. I feel like maybe it would just come out, but I'm also like, what if it's bleach? It's not bleach, is it? It's definitely not bleach. That wouldn't have turned it that colour. But like, and also where would bleach have come from? I'm so confused. But like, I love this skirt. Currently playing housewife a little bit, but I'm not mad about it. I'm quite enjoying it. I'm cooking up dinner. Tom is about to be home any minute. I've got fajitas on the stove. Fajitas are my go-to food when I don't know what to cook because you can literally throw like everything in add some fajita seasoning and whack it in a wrap. Call it a burrito, call it a fajita, same. Definitely don't tell actual real life Mexicans and people that own Mexican restaurants that. But it smells so bloody good. This is how sleeping's going, guys, if you were wondering. Not going too well, is it? Can't even lay down, you've laid right across my legs. Bloody hell, Riley. Okay, I'm gonna end this vlog where I began it because I was sat here when I realised I needed to refilm that intro. But I hope you have enjoyed it. This was more just a look at our first 2 days back in the city, settling into kind of a new routine. I asked this on Instagram, but if there's anything specific you'd like to see whilst I'm back in Melbourne, content-wise, do let me know. I think I'm gonna film a Q&A, kind of just updating on everything. There's been a lot of like decisions and things going on in the background. You know, when I'm like, oh, I'm having admin days, like, or I'm doing like just random admin. It's been stuff like organising this house and chatting to the lady that owns this house and working all of the logistics of this out, also sorting my job out, and like there's been a lot going on, and I feel like now I can just update on everything. So yeah, do let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Also, obviously we have a car, so I'm thinking maybe drive with me's, maybe a couple of mukbangs. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna drive the car myself, guys. Like, obviously I can drive, the issue isn't that. The issue is that the roads in Melbourne are all shared with the tram, and the tram network scares me because I don't really know how to drive with trams. Like, that's not something I ever got taught. So I'd basically just be winging it, and while I'm sure that's fine because that's what everybody else does, I don't trust myself in somebody else's car to drive with trams. So maybe we'll do drive with me's with Tom and mukbangs with Tom, but that could be kind of fun. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. This has just been a super chatty, chilled out vlog. Give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed meeting Riley. Give me any top tips if you were a cat owner, anything I need to know. So far he's pretty friendly. He's very clingy, like he wants to be around you and on your knee at all times, which is quite nice actually, but I don't know if that might wear off. Anyway, I shall be back on my channel this weekend with another video, and yeah, I'll see you then. Bye guys.